like too many women in the church today, she had no idea what the aftermath of this divorce was going to look like. Embarrassed and hurt, wondering where God was in all of this stuff, and now having to go back to the church and face that, and wondering what other people thought, how she might be received, and what in the world would her 10-year-old son think, and her daughter, as they were beginning to enter those formative years, now that Dad was no longer going to be around, or would be so on a part-time, every other weekend kind of a basis. She just didn't know what she was going to do, and for the first time in her life as a church woman, started to have these doubts about God and His goodness and all the stuff that she learned throughout of her life, because all of a sudden now she was left without that. Rex was what they called a good man, good church man. Had served in leadership positions, said all the right things, did all the right things. They showed up and did stuff and participated, and then, like so many men who go it alone, who don't put on the full armor of God and don't stay in the Word, and get detached and get so isolated and full of ourselves that we find ourselves walking away and making stupid decisions that have generational impacts. So what's she going to do? And how's the church going to come alongside to help her, or will it? Well, that's a story that's too often untold today that needs to be told more. And I'm Walter Spires, Desperate Men Ministry, and I'm introducing part 3 of this critical and vital series for the church that the Holy Spirit has breathed into me and said, give this word to the church, how the Christian church in America is failing men. And we looked at part 1 a couple of weeks ago, the role of the senior pastor. And then last week we looked at the role of church men. And today we wrap this up with the role of church women, which may seem kind of odd to you, but it isn't. Because ladies, you play such a vital role, and I am telling you right now as I introduce this part that I want you to read when I finish this short video intro, your voice must be heard to speak to these issues and to speak to the fact that you want your husbands taught what it means to be a biblical, godly man, to lead his family and serve his family well. And that your sons would be raised up in what that manhood looks like, and not passivity that so dominates our church today. And ladies, you have to step up and be heard. And apart from that, men will not understand and realize what your tender heart does. And we need for you ladies to step up and into this right now today in our culture. Look around us. It's not working. And we need for you to join with us in this cry to build biblical Christian men, husbands and fathers, and our sons. Teach our sons and raise them up in the way that they should go so that they understand what that looks like. Because they're not going to be taught that in school. They're not going to be seen at model in other places. And if it doesn't happen in biblical believing Christian churches, it isn't going to happen. So ladies, I'm just asking you to join now, and please let your voice be heard. God bless you.